Hello and welcome back to DROD RPG 2. We are on what I assume is the final level. Starting over again after having done all that scouting last time. And we have options. And I think we determined last time that we were going to do wall walking to get this. And, oops, I misclicked, I guess. And hand bomb for this. So looking at this, I'm wondering if it is ever reasonable to fight this rock giant without just using the hand bomb. So I feel like I already have a lot of attack, and it's still hitting me 4,700 times. And I don't think we're getting 550 defense before getting the shield. If we had 550 defense, we also wouldn't really need the shield. So, that does seem like it's a hand bomb thing. Alright, so if I want the sword first, probably. Well, so in order to get through places, this is just a couple of fights. I'm not going to trade a green key for that. Yeah, I've got nothing. There's a lot of health I could buy. Or health I can grab. Like, the advantage of doing the sword first is it blocks Omplic beams. But I don't know. Right, this one, it requires the yellow key to get up there. And we need a blue key. There is a blue key up here. But this requires not taking any fights, because the Ormites are hard. So I think actually, yeah, we will go for the sword first. Stat-wise, we're not doing a whole lot. Until we get through there, so I think we can just fight you. Like, I think that unless we're grabbing defense first, there's not really any reason not to just do that. Okay, what is this from? Shortcut to the north. Which is... Oh, right, there's also this, if I want to buy things with keys or shovels. Okay. So the shortcut doesn't actually get me anything useful. It's just a way back. So it's just convenience for traversal. Okay, so here I could blow you up. I feel like... I guess the main reason to do that would be to get access to these potions without having to spend anything. What's this roach egg looking like? 650. Okay, so that's fine then, because I will have that once I have the sword. Okay, so I take a hit if I go through here. So that's as far as I can get before I have to start committing to things. And I do need a blue key and wall walking. There is a skeleton key here. It's expensive. Right, so... what are my options here? I still have a yellow key available. Yeah, these are still the same fortified eggs, okay. Aside from that yellow key... all I have left on this level are 2 yellow keys? And some stats, I guess. I mean, I could have done that earlier, but... thing is, defense is almost certainly going to be way cheaper once I actually get some other things. This floor, I think we've basically cleaned out. There is a blue key there, okay, and it's actually really cheap. So that's going to be... I do need a shovel. Okay, that's pretty cheap at this point. So we probably should have grabbed that horn before doing anything else. Okay, but there's nothing else here. Okay, so... I mean, this is the DROD RPG experience, especially on a level set like this, right? You're just backtracking over and over. So here... we're going to take 200 damage to save ourselves 5 shovels. But then we get our wall walking. And this is just bad health trades. And then the first level just had digging for health. Alright. So with that in mind, because we didn't grab any stats, I am actually looking at this and just thinking, I am doing quite a few fights. We'll grab some defense. If I were to math it out, I think this probably isn't worth it, but I want to just start doing things, so... yeah, okay, so this one also, same kind of deal. I mean... just grab the defense. Yes. Okay. So now... I need... to find myself a single shovel. All I had on this level were stats and keys. That yellow key's only 600. I think everything is we're looking at thousands of damage on the next level, so yeah, 1,000 for you. That's decently cheap, I guess. Yeah, random stats. That's also pretty cheap. Thing is, how much health do I have for things like this? Well, I mean, I can always just buy more health, right? If it really comes down to it. Okay. So from here, I could buy 10 shovels. Also, I could just fight the seep. Or not even, I could just take 1,000 for 2 keys. Okay. And yeah, we saved ourselves a bunch of health on these guys. So... do we just go in there for those? Ultimately, let's work backwards. What am I looking for this? I know I can grab the wall walking whenever. That's basically free at this point. Like 200 health. So blue key. Oh, there's also a portable orb I could grab, which could be used for one of these as well. Right, this room was a green key, and that's all I need, really. I can get through here. This room, yellow key or fight. If I do the yellow key, I also get the stats for free. Not that... I mean, 10's not nothing. Might as well. Okay, so I'm thinking a yellow key here. Yellow key here. So 2 yellow keys, a green key, a blue key, and wall walking. Okay. If that's all I need, then the other thing I'm looking for are shovels. And that all has to be on here. The blue key's on the previous level, but everything else is on this level. If I go forward here, it's going to be a bit. So let's not go that way. Alright. So I guess we're probably... I could save myself like 4,000 health.
You haven't seen the last of me!
Let's just grab these so we can keep going. And then since we have the other keg, I think we'll take the one, like the 250. Grab that. So there's our 2 yellow keys. Our shovels, because we're taking a hit from the mimic. That's I did say earlier, if you had 650 or whatever it was for the golem, 550. Like, no, things actually just hit for a lot more than that. Alright, well, we got our shovels. We need the shovels because we need 1 shovel to get the blue key, so we still need a green key. There's 1. Okay, if we go down this, well, we can go in here. There's yellow keys. Health and stats. Weapon that we're not actually going to get. So this is a yellow key for a skeleton. Hold on, are there no green keys anywhere? I thought I saw... Oh, there's one here. Yeah, okay, so we're having to do that. So that's 2 yellows, a green. We have access to the shovels, so we have a blue. I think we've got everything we need then. Aside from, of course, more health. So let's... take the hit. I don't... How much health do I need for all of this? I need 4,000 for you. 2,000 for you, and I think the rest of this... Well, okay, another 3,000. So I need about 8,000 hit points. On top of everything else. Okay, well, let's go grab the previous level items. Okay. There's our blue key. I think this was the level. We can't go that way. I did that mistake again. Oh, free goblins. But we have horns, so we're trying to... Okay, we take an extra hit there. That's fine, though. I'm not spending 5 shovels to save myself that. Wrong way. Okay, so wall walking. We do have access to the altar here as well, if we want to. Alright, so at this point I'm just looking for health. You could get cheaper, but we are... just grabbing what we can get. I guess we're probably fighting that evil eye and taking the Ompla kit. No, that's only gonna get us 1,000. This is gonna get us almost 4,000. Yeah, so we'll just do that. Take the extra hit. Alright. That's 1, 2. Was that? No, it's still 36. Hold on. I can just grab that. Here's the green. There we go. So we do have to fight you. Might as well. Okay. Mission successful. Yeah, and things are... with 150 attack, would you believe it, things are cheaper. And now, because we grabbed that, it kind of feels like nothing is really going to benefit from more attack. So we still have a yellow. Oh, 30 for the patrons still. Okay. So some attacks still makes a pretty significant difference, honestly. So if we spend the yellow, we can... so we can trade a yellow and 3,600 for a skeleton key. Okay, I mean, that's something. There was a mirror here. The reason I care. I guess with this mirror, I could get access to this, but... it's kind of... not all that interesting at the moment. Okay, well now I have 3 keys. Not going to spend the keys to get through that. Okay, I've opened up the shortcut for what that's worth. Okay, don't care here anymore. Those buccaneers are hitting me for 1 hit each. I might as well just kill them before grabbing the horn. But yeah, this is a lot of fights. I might as well grab the shield before I do all these fights. So I think we fight you. Now we do want to green...
There's an Ormite infestation up.
Yeah, Ormite infestation up ahead. So we do want the green key. For that, it does make a significant difference. Was there another green key anywhere? Well, we know we have to spend a yellow here, so might as well just spend it. That's pretty expensive. Yeah, so we wanted the green key. There's one here. So that's the closest one, unless I'm spending a skeleton key or a portable orb on this, which just seems like a really bad idea. So maybe I don't. Maybe I just take a bunch of damage. No, getting the first hit just makes such a huge difference, because like I'm taking 700 extra for each patron, 600 extra for each buccaneer, just because I don't have a staff. If we go up here, there's a yellow key, but there's no... Okay, so if I get up here, I get the blue key, because I already have a yellow and 6 shovels. So I can just do that. Or, you know, you could trade a green. Okay, so I mean, that one's pretty easy. So it's just the green. Which... I guess I could take out the patron. Oh. Could take out the patron. Spend 2 yellows to avoid fighting a construct on Ormites. This requires the staff because I'm doing that, and I'm getting the green afterwards. Alright, so I think actually just kind of how things turned out, I am actually going to use the portable orb on a green door. Because that's just where we're at. Alright, so portable orb was not this level. This level. I mean, you're basically free 80, 40. I should probably test the portable orb on a black door. I don't remember if they can be used. Yeah, so just for... Yes, okay, so you can use it on other things. That's really the power of a portable orb. I could use it on a red door, I could use it on a black door. However, there's also a green door here, or a green key here that I just overlooked. it'll also make a lot more sense to spend it here instead of spending it on a green. Spend it on the blue for this. So do I actually want to use the portable orb? Now that I've looked at it. I think we just use it here. Yes, it probably could have been used for something else cool, but I'm tired of just not using the accessories for anything. Okay. So that lets us get through here. That gets us here. Yeah, so you are still ridiculous. But if we use a hand bomb and a blue key, we can get through you. And we have access to these things. I want to take as few fights as possible on the Ormites before I get the shield. So this one was okay. Let's look for a little bit more health. You'll do. That gets us that. We do still need another yellow key for the hand bomb. Tempted to take this eye from behind just to grab that 500. I was tempted enough that I just did it. Okay. And with the Ormite shield, we can't use the really big sword on Ormites, but we can use the Ormite shield, and that'll make a huge difference. Alright, we got the hand bomb. The Ormite shield then just becomes the best shield to ever use. I guess the aluminum shield would still have some benefits over it, but we don't have access to that anymore. Right, I don't need to change my gear.
Smash the intruder.
Alright. Yeah, so without the sword, but now we can still equip the staff. So this is what enemies on Ormites are looking like now. Oh wait, I have to take a hit for that. 2 hits even. Right, for that. So, or we go all the way around. Alright, so next goal is to open the bridge. Which I guess we kind of do want to fight you, but we're going to have to go around, which is going to be expensive. Maybe we do the other side first. See if we can get some stuff. Actually, what we should probably do at this point... Well, okay. We're gonna need more health. Let's just do that. And we should look around for relatively cheap bonuses that we can get. Patrons still do get cheaper if we can start grabbing attack. Okay, there's a yellow key. Do I want to grab that horn? If I'm doing everything in this room... Thing is... Well, we can buy more health if we need to. It'll be bad, but we can do it. So I am fighting a few patrons still. I would like to make them cheaper. Constructs have a lot of defense, but I have a lot of attack. If I'm fighting that construct, the thing is I'm taking a whole bunch of umplik hits unless I fight the patron first. Going through here, there's some more stuff. That's some pretty good keys. This is just a horn. Considering I was fighting more than that. Okay, there's 15-15. That's not bad. That's what we've decided to spend the green on. Do I have enough health to grab anything from here? Yes, I can still grab that. Okay. And actually, now that you're relatively cheap, I can now actually go and take these patron fights. Plus 20 for the Omplik is still actually doable. Plus 10 for Buccaneer with Staff. Also doable. I'm out of keys though, so I think... If I... Well, okay, there's some cheap keys here. Cheap being relative, of course. Yeah, there's no point in fighting the Omplic until we can get it cheaper. Right, just because we have no defense. How do you look? It doesn't matter whether I have defense or not. Interesting. So I can get through. Is there any way... I have to take 2 hits, I think, to do that. I was just testing to see if... I don't think it actually matters if I just do this now. Is what I was testing. All right, we can go up here. And from here, I guess it just makes the most sense to go through you guys. We can grab that 15 health, 15 attack at a later point. Okay, so we get up here. That's mission accomplished. We can also grab a green key here for pretty cheap. Alright, with that done, what are we looking at here now? We still want plus 10 for you. Plus 19 for the patron. Alright, is there anywhere I can just grab 20 attack? There's 10 here. There's 15 there. Yeah, we'll probably just grab those. There's 15 here, but that one seems expensive. Oh, whoops. That was... we can grab this for the health. I actually don't think we need the health right now. We're doing okay.
Hey!
I'd rather not spend on that. We could go for that seat though. Yeah, you guys, okay, well you guys got cheaper, so at this point, yeah, at this point I just grab this. Seep hits 4 times. Okay. We just say no to Seep then. Omplic is still pretty expensive. Also, that doesn't open the door. I thought it would for some reason. Okay. Well, we can afford the Mimic. And this is all we need. We need a yellow key and to get through here. We're taking 3 sea pits. Which is basically, we might as well just grab some attack and then fight the seep, if that's what we're doing. 9 shovels, huh? So I'm short a single shovel. Might as well just grab that. Yeah, makes seep cheaper. Gets us close to cheaper Omplic on Ormite. What accessories do I still have left? I think it's just the speed potion, which I don't have an immediate use for. I'm probably going to use it on the final boss, if I had to guess. Alright, so I'm looking for HP. There's something. Okay, there are shovels. If I wanted to use shovels, green key here. That's actually green key and shovels. Okay. Yeah, I mean there is good stuff here. Okay, there's a lot of health in there. Okay, I think we just go for that. Which would be through you. Alright, so we get to blow up I guess we come here with the staff and then we blow you up. Is what this comes down to, looking at this. Yeah, I don't have enough health. Whoops. I don't have enough health to get in there anyway. But I always have this. So if I need more health, I just grab this. Okay, well, it's going to be a little bit of a walk. Oops, I can just control 5. A little bit of a walk, but we are. Oh no, I have to go past the Omplic if I'm doing this, so it costs me an extra 500 health. Huh. Okay, so it's not actually free. I think it still saves me though, so I'm gonna do it. I forgot about you, but I think I can go around. Okay, good. Right, so the advantage of this is that we can do that. And then we go back around. I have chosen poorly, because I actually need the health to get through a third time. Which is costing me a bunch of health. Alright, I know I haven't been very good about saving, so I probably should have saved before doing this. Oh, it's been 8 minutes. It's fine. We'll just reload from here. So... Right, the idea is... we're killing you to get access to this place. We'll just put that there. And then we want to grab the 15. I'm just going to look around. I should just do this. Okay. So, we're actually just going to grab that now. Hold on. If I... Yeah, I've already done the other ones. Okay. Yeah, so we'll just do that. Get the health. Now we'll do this. Is it faster to do it that way? I don't know. But now I have enough health to come in here. Do this. I think getting the 15 defense as quickly as possible is probably a good idea. Okay. Oh, I can just spread the... Interesting. Do I want 0 defense against the Omplic? That's a lot of damage. Let's not. Okay, interesting. So right, I got the first one with defense. Don't need the key right now. I'll just do it. I'll just do it anyway. Okay, so now we get over here. This gives us a bunch more health, which is the point of all that. Why did I want all this health again? I wanted all this health because I was going to come through here. And I think I just wanted to be able to take out the seep, is what I had decided. Okay, 85, that's pushing it, but we'll grab this for now. Alright, let's try to get this door open. So what are we looking at here? Okay, you guys aren't cheaper. Right, we need one more attack, or one more attack gem for the patron, which is you. Might as well actually have just done that as well. Should have done it first. But now if I'm spending the yellow key, if I'm spending the yellow key here anyway, I actually don't need to do any of that. So 24 gets me cheaper Omplic. $10 gets me cheaper Seep. Right, and I think there was... Yeah, it was you, okay. So we still need 9 for the Omplic, that's fine. I'm not fighting an Omplic. Seep is 3 hits, so we might as well just fight it. Alright, bridge is open. Which means... abandon everything and go to the bridge. Okay, it is not, in fact, free machine access. Good to know. Now, we could just fight the serpent, though. We can't afford it. That would also be a good candidate for a speed potion. And then that gets us access to the best machine, which we're going to want to use. You are expensive, but you are cheaper than... You are much cheaper than a rock giant.
Above Grounder, your journey ends here. The patrons have tasked me with ensuring your defeat. A promotion awaits me after my inevitable victory.
You sound confident, but after getting this far, I certainly won't be giving up now. Never underestimate a stalwart's courage. Right,
so this also suggests if we had 2 extra green keys somehow, which there might be some around. But there's also another accessory. So probably Super Boss in there, which again, if we hadn't used the hand bomb, maybe that would be worth doing. Oh, okay, this is a room. Why? Rubble Roach. Why do you exist? Oh, I see why you exist. You exist so that when I'm doing this, that's as far as we can get at the moment. If I had done all of that, but with the Rubble Roach, then the enemies would be, like, the mist would be one step ahead, so I'd be fighting everything with 0 defense. Like, I'm at 0 defense, but they would also be at 0 defense. Which makes some difference, I guess. This is a very silly room. It makes some difference. For 50-50. It's not all that much of a difference, though, given how high my attack already is. So I don't think that's worth a green key, but maybe. Oh boy. Alright, well, if you come here with keys, you can buy health. If you come here with shovels, you can dig for health. How does this compare to this? So we're looking at 7,000 for a green and 2,500 for yellow. Okay, so it's a better deal than this. Ah. A warp token. Requires 5 blue keys, really? Well, we certainly didn't route for that. Unless...
I have a special offer for you. Give
You
me
sell
all of
keys?
your grackles, and I will restore 1 hit point for every 6 grackles you give me. You can only take this offer one time, so choose wisely. What do you say?
Okay, well, it tells you how much health you're getting.
Come back later if you change your mind.
That seems super not worth it. Because I guess...
Welcome to Design-O-Matic.
like, that was more, right? 1 per 6? Yeah. I don't remember exactly. I think it was 4,000 something. So I could just buy health here. Be way cheaper. But I guess that's only because I'm still at this stage. So if I were to
Attack boosted. Have a nice day.
do attack boosting,
Welcome to Design Attack. Welcome to Design Attack boosted. Have a nice day.
I could do something like that. I mean, it still makes a difference. So the question is, did I want to go for the worm or did I want to do something else first? Yeah, because attack actually doesn't make a difference for most of these enemies. Oh, I made the mistake of hitting the button in this room. So, honestly...
Welcome to
What happens if I start doing defense?
Defense boosted. Have a nice day.
So that's 120 defense. Yeah, you look about the same. You're still 20,000. I did it again. Whoops. I guess I can use this room to check what my thresholds are for every single enemy. Yeah, so the thing is, I'm only saving 120 per fight. Which, I mean, it definitely adds up. But considering how far off all these attacks are... Then I come over here. Because I guess that's the other thing, is I could do a cleanup run where I'm just grabbing as many Gruckles as possible, right? Trying to look at this. I'm not skipping this as the warp token, okay. I mean, I guess I could warp token in here and then fight my way back out. That would be kind of funny. Don't know why I'm bothering to think about it. I'm not able to afford the warp token. Alright, so the choice really here is attack or defense. Or... for that matter...
Welcome to Design-O-Matic. You don't have enough money.
This does not get me enough for you. Okay. I was thinking I could just scout it. I could just scout it and finish the level. See what happens. So you know what, maybe we'll end the episode that way, with a scouting run. And then we'll do one more episode where we clean up things properly and try to get behind that door if there are still 2 green keys. Final boss. So I need to just grab a little bit of health. Not a huge fan of that health, though. Okay, where was health? Here, right? Yeah, we can grab... that's actually enough, just right there. Okay. So yeah. If we're just going for scouting... I mean, that's starting to look reasonable. I don't suppose... 20 attack. Well, let's just... do this.
Welcome to hit points boosted. Have a nice day.
22... I'm actually still a little bit short. Okay, well... There we go. Right, so you get your strike first, you get an extra hit of 950, so we need another 1,000. Okay, well, I just need a key of some sort. I mean, we can trade yellows for health. Okay, this should be enough.
It looks like this is a goodbye. I must say I quite enjoyed watching you on your quest.
I can't say the same, being watched and judged this entire time.
That's a shame. I'd like to think I helped you quite a lot.
What? You haven't done anything.
Who do you think has been leaving out all these resources for you? It's a lot easier to take stock when it's all cleanly organized.
I see. As much as I hate giving anyone from the Empire any credit. Thank you.
Until we meet again.
I hope not.
Alright, so we've secured safe passage through the Sunlit Crevasse in Chapter 3. New personal best. We can do much better than that, but...
You are now leaving Empire territory. For security reasons, we do not allow anybody to use accessories in this area. For security reasons, we do not allow anybody to use accessories in this area.
Are we not done? Garden of the Elites, Crypt of the Cursed, exit.
At last, the surface. The city should be up ahead. I need to gather reinforcements at once. Soldiers, assemble! I have rescued our countrymen. Follow me!
We're saved!
Follow us. We will bring you back home safely.
Well, what's going on here? Is there a party I wasn't invited to?
Everyone is back safely now, sir.
What do we do now?
What are we going to do about this grand event you told us about?
It looks like we have a lot of work ahead of us. I have informed the mayor, and he sent the word out to all the other cities. But time is against us. They've become adept at digging with shovels lately. We need everyone in the entire country to help out.
A lot of digging in your future then, Dendry.
Sir, a group of people arrived to speak with you.
Hey, Uncle Beethra told me everything. I'm sorry about what I did. I realize now what the Patron's plan really is.
You have some nerve showing your face here.
I'm here to make amends. I have a group of engineers working with me. We'll help you build shelter for everyone underground.
Perfect! If we get moving right away, we should have enough time to save everyone in all of Duino. Alright everyone, let's go.
Secrets found 11. Yeah, that's, actually, it's surprisingly low. There's a lot of stuff still, I guess. So there are a few secret things to check out. A few ending things. The Chapter 2 ending, I just didn't go to a lot of the rooms. Chapter 3, obviously, I just skipped at the end there as well. Going to the exit. And so ends another of my exciting tales, filled with daring adventure. Yet still, there's so much more ahead. An entire country of people needs moving underground in less than 100 days. I won't bore you with details of all this busy work. We're eternally grateful for the young man and his team of engineers. And what happened with that Beethrow Budkin fellow? I'm sure he has his own tale to tell. What lies after the grand event? What will become of Tweno? That is a tale for another day. Alright, congratulations on making it to the end of another of Tindry's incredible adventures. It's pretty crazy that it's been 17 years since the first adventure, but that's a testament to the timelessness of the DROD series. This is the part where I talk a bit, I'm assuming this is Karen. I'll talk a bit more about all the people who put in a lot of work to bring this game to life. There's a larger history of the development of this game than you can read, if you can find it. There is. There's a secret level hiding in the game somewhere. Keep looking. In fact, there's more than one secret level. You can speed up or slow down scrolling with the arrow keys and space to pause. Okay, so Kieran Miller was the producer and director. Worked quite a bit on a lot of different aspects of the game. Alright. Hyperme's been doing a ton of coding stuff for both DROD and DROD RPG, so not too surprising to see Hyperme getting credit here. Joint venture between Kieran and Adam. Okay, so... Oh yeah, improving DROD and DROD RPG engines for many years, keeping the game alive. If I had a feature I wanted implementing, no matter how complicated, Adam devised a way to do it. Okay, cool. And Mike Reimer was involved with the project as well. I guess that makes sense. But I mean, also involved as a programmer. So I guess what the surprise was. I'm not really sure what Mike is doing these days. He's the owner of Caravel, I believe, the company. Yeah, he's put a lot of work into DROD over the years. I mean, I guess he has been doing the those books. What was it? I have the first one. I don't remember the name offhand, but they there are the it's basically like a pen and paper book version of a game similar to DROD RPG. So I guess that's his current project. A bunch of people working on sound and graphics. Kieran doing all of the level design. I think Karen probably produces the highest quality RPG content as far as the puzzles stuff makes sense. So it kind of makes sense that he'd be the one responsible for this. Feature design. Story and continuity. I mean, I guess the story exists in the DROD games. It isn't always front and center, but it we appreciate it being there. It does add a little bit more interest to it. Definitely, I felt like The Second Sky was a much heavier story-based game than this was. This was just kind of get from point A to point B, but it's fine. Oh yes, Schick doing a ton of good work keeping the forum and the spider, which is what's tracking all of the scores, keeping that running. Which is always an interesting thing about DROD, because we have what is a single-player game, yet there's a huge, almost multiplayer community built around it. I say huge, I mean it's like, what, 20 people? I don't know. Maybe a bit more than that. But, okay, voice actors. But, the fact that this is a single-player game, and yet we have leaderboards, we have like an architecture forum where people can post levels and get feedback. Like, there's a ton of stuff going on. So, which is really why this game, that's like basically it's the original DROD was over 20 years old now, but it's still fun and playable. Yeah, lots of voice lines. Getting the Tendry actor back is good, too. That's the thing, like, B-throw has been changing over the years. I think Half also has had various actors. But yeah, it was nice to have Tendry's voice back. Green Science. There's a name. One of the best optimizers for DROD RPG. Doesn't really do anything on the forums, but if you check the scoreboards, you'll see Green Science everywhere. And Henry, I believe, is Doom. So another fairly high-level DROD player. So yeah, they had some experienced people doing the testing, which is really what you want. Okay, so we still have quite a bit to do, though. I'm not sure how much I want to be doing the optimizing type stuff on camera. Alright, we're just gonna get out of the menu, because the menu is getting, like... I remember hearing something about the main menu having some copyright music being flagged by YouTube, which, my channel's not monetized, so it doesn't really affect me anyway, but I did see that I did have a warning on some of my videos, so I'll try not to spend too much time in the main menu. Yeah, so stuff still to do. I don't really want to get into hardcore RPG optimizing on camera, because I feel like once you're starting to do that, it gets pretty tedious. Certainly from a spectator and also from a commentary perspective. Because you can see like me running back and forth, and especially if I'm running back to previous levels, or even when I was just grabbing the staff to do something. Like, it's just a lot of extra movement, it takes a lot of extra time, but it's not really interesting. So I do not plan on optimizing this on camera. I might make an attempt to get through here, so there's a couple of things. First of all, up these stairs there are two paths I didn't take. I will be exploring those. Maybe that's what the next episode will be. No, I said that and I immediately changed my mind. We're going to try to get through this first, I think. Also good to know, with this being explored, that there's not really anything on this side that you care about. Like, the level is just these 4 columns here, and then this is just a bunch of extra shops and for resources and a boss at the end. I mean, I guess there is this, but... yeah, so I think next time we'll see if we can get through here. There's a green key there. There's another one here. So yeah, we do have 2 green keys left. That shouldn't be too hard. So we'll optimize a little bit better. We'll get through here. We'll have a better final score. And then the episode after that is going to be... I'm just mentioning it now so that people know I haven't forgotten. So going up here, there's the 2 offshoots on the 3rd level. There was something similar at the end of the 2nd level that I said I was going to do, and then I just forgot. So I think that's just a matter of looking at a bunch of challenges, which, again, that's getting into optimization territory. I don't really want to do the challenges on camera. Like, I would much rather just pick up a different DROD hold at that point. Or another game entirely. I do have a number of other puzzle games that I'm considering as a replacement, or at least as a break from DROD. Try something else for a little bit. So yeah, I think that's the plan. I guess since I did just finish level 3, chapter 3, I could give some thoughts here as well. This is already a fairly long episode, but it's fine. So I really enjoyed chapters 1 and 2. I really didn't enjoy chapter 3. And I think it's interesting how you can have different stat distributions, a different gameplay experience. Chapter 3 was using much bigger numbers than 1 and 2. And the reason that wasn't satisfying is that it meant a lot of the gems that you're picking up just don't seem all that impactful. And it's like you're having to make 6 or 8 or more trades of fighting for an attack gem before you hit an attack checkpoint, which doesn't feel very good. I think a lot of the issues I had with Chapter 3 were self-inflicted because, one, I wasn't using the accessories. I didn't know if I needed to save them or not, and as it turns out, they definitely are worth saving for the 5th level. But 2, and perhaps more importantly, I was not really using these machines early on. And even when I did start dumping like I got a whole bunch of attack on level 4, I didn't feel like it made that much of a difference. Because again, you just need so much attack in order to hit the next attack checkpoint. And so, my usual experience with this sort of thing, like I'm talking, I guess even the original Tendry's Tale, you use the machine and you just get a massive power spike. Here, it felt like you use the machine and it just kind of keeps your head above water, which doesn't feel very good when you're also encouraged to not use the machines until as late as possible because you get the better exchange rate. So I think really, it's a combination of the stats being really high and me just really disliking these altar mechanics. I have yet to play a DROD RPG hold that had one of these where I really liked the existence of the altar. Sometimes, like, it's not... Like with Tendry's Tale, for example, that's a fairly easy level. Relatively, I should say. Relatively easy level. So you can get to the final level without using the machine at all, except for... I think it was the 2nd level, if I remember right, where you are forced to use it because there's a rock golem that you just do not have enough attack to kill. So you have to use the machine once to get attack, just so that you can get through a rock golem. But aside from that, you can just save the machine usage until the very final level and not really think about it too much. And that's okay, but it's not very satisfying from a gameplay perspective, like from a decision-making perspective. But the alternative, which is using them early, also just really doesn't feel good. So yeah, I'm just really not a fan of this mechanic. Also, I did appreciate that the levels, the chapters were all very different. You also had the traditional setup where some chapters you would have your traditional end of level blue door where you have to go and get the blue key or all the blue keys, and then you trade them in at the end of the level to get to the boss or get past the boss to the stairs. But then you also had stuff like this where the blue keys were just something you could spend in order to make your life easier in various ways. You got like shortcuts or things like that. And then they have this where if you don't spend the blue keys, you get a big trade-off at the end. This is going to be like a huge amount of Greckles. Because each of these is a 20% to the enemy's base Greckle, right? So this is a plus 400%. 400 rep. Which I think I started at 0. So this would basically have doubled the reputation I have if I had made it this far. With 3 blue keys. Which would be not quite doubling, because it starts at 100%. So we would go from 500 to 900, I guess, percent. In terms of the amount of money that we're getting. Because 0 rep being 100%, base rep Greckle value for monsters. Right, and this was another thing, like these horns. I'm also not a fan of this kind of thing. It's the same sort of issue as having a lucky Greckle or a lucky blade, where I left a bunch of free monsters behind, because my incentive is to kill the monsters as late as possible in order to get as many Greckles up from them as possible. But I only need Greckles, because I don't think there was a single Greckle gate in Chapter 3. So the only reason I need the Greckles is for the machine. So it's like, I guess like this entire chapter was really just built around the machine, and I don't like the machine as... I just don't like the machine, like, flat out. So that probably explains a large part of why I just didn't enjoy the 3rd chapter. But overall, I appreciated that each chapter had a very distinct feel to it. It was quite well done. And yeah, we'll, yeah, like I said, I'll do another a little bit more optimization, see at the very least what's on the next screen here, and that'll be next time. I will see you then.